It stems from John Bowers and his idea that if you build a better loudspeaker, you'll sell it. So that drives everything that we do. We are always about research, we're always about innovation, and we're always about change.
Fundamentally, because we can't help ourselves. It's all about obsessive problem solving. You could argue this is part of a company's DNA, but fundamentally that's what we do as engineers. We try to make things better.
In some ways you could almost argue that the company works against itself to an extent, because it's always been about this performance-orientated agenda. We aren't, in the nicest possible sense, cynical about the products that we do. We change things when we can change them. We change things when we have a new story to tell or a new technology to implement. So it's not in the same sense of, oh, 3 years are up, therefore we must change, therefore we must introduce something. It's much more about, do we have a genuine performance story to tell, therefore at that point, that's when we think about introducing it into a product.
At an emotional level, well, certainly I'm driven as well. I mean, if you hear a piece of music in a way you've never heard before, if you hear things in a piece of music, you hear aspects of the performance that you've never heard before, or it moves in a way you've never heard before, I mean, that is, yeah, that's quite very attractive sensation. Yeah, and I guess we try not to think of ourselves too much as being emotionally involved, but we kind of are. And that's very rewarding indeed when you have that experience.
It's why I get up in the morning, and I really want people to hear music the way I think it should be. I really want it to be clear and precise. I want them to experience music in a whole better way.
If I know something is broken or can be improved, I will just go for it without looking back and see if it's worth it or not.
We're the biggest pain there is, as far as everyone who knows us, because we will always push them to the edge of what they can possibly do. They'll tell us it's not possible, and we'll make them do it.
A struggle for perfection. So it's basically, if you know that something could be done much better or a little better, then you just go for it.